Greetings everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that you just decided to watch. How cool of you. Anyway, me just sitting here is not really what you're coming for, so we better get started with this week's episode. Let's go.
LambdaGeneration.
It's been exactly a week now since the final hours of Half-Life Alyx released to the public on Steam, and we have already buzzed from all the facts that we got to learn from it, like all the cancelled Valve projects and hardware that never gotten to see the light of day. Knowing more about these projects and the development of Half-Life Alyx is an absolute must, so I recommend you to go and give the final hours of Half-Life Alyx a chance, but if you're short on money, it's probably a fine idea to give the videos made by Valve News Network, 2Clicks Philip, or Gvmers a watch. They go over what is exactly mentioned in this feature. The Gvmers video even exclusively going over the Half-Life part of the feature. Or if you want to hear the man himself, Jeff Keighley, read the first 3 chapters of the feature, then you can tune into the VOD of the livestream where he did just that. The livestream was visible on Steam, Twitch, and other live streaming platforms that are not Mixer, because you know. Anyway, you can find a link to these informative videos and Jeff's livestream in the description below. Go and pay to visit. Snowdrop Escape, a mod where you play as James, a professional mercenary that has to help an unknown employer to gain back their lab complex from unwanted guests, has released a brand new update over on their ModDB page that shares a little bit about what they've been working on. This post is all about the atmosphere and even a bit about the soundtrack of the mod. Alongside this small update comes a not so small chunk of gameplay that is supposed to show off, or rather it's supposed to let us listen to the atmosphere of the world that the mod takes place in. We also get to see some combat. Apart from that, some music has been shared here as well, composed by Paul Perepelica, and I gotta say, it really does sound pretty epic. Perepelica actually has some experience composing for actual full video games like Population Zero, which currently isn't that favorably reviewed, but I'm sure the music isn't the bane of this game's problems, now is it? If you want to see the chunk of gameplay for yourself, and if you want to listen to more of the soundtrack so far, then check the link in the description below. It'll take you to the ModDB post. What you are looking at is Odell. Take a look at him. Yes, take a good look at him. Look at his beard, his magnificent backpack, the snow that is sticking to his pants like peanut butter on old newspapers. Take it all in. No, don't do just that. Experience Odell. Yep. CAF Software, the developers of Boreal Alyph, released a spinning model of Odell that's going to be used in their project. It looks quite detailed and I'm really wondering how it's going to translate to the Source engine. This is, of course, not rendered in Source, but in a program called Marmoset Toolbag 3. Alongside this mesmerizing video also came a tweet stating that they'll surprise us soon with a new update on the progress of the project. When exactly they'll release this update is not exactly known, but it will probably release right as I'm editing this episode, because of course it does. Wait, this segment is still the same as I wrote it the night before? Okay, well that means that it hasn't been released yet and that we're still waiting for it. Bummer. Anyway, if you want to be hypnotized by Odell, then by all means check the video in the description below. It's been a little while since we heard about the development of Black Mesa Opposing Forces. This mod for Supreme Commander Forged Alliance takes the base game and turns it into a Half-Life and RTS fans' wet dream, with Half-Life styled vehicles, bases, and operatives being made available to the player to command. The reason why the project hasn't received much public updates anymore is basically because, like many other mods, it was hit rather hard by the current status of the world. The mod's creator, Gneo, stated that presumably the virus hit his country hard. This update talks about some of the work that was done on the project, as well as announcing that there is now a Discord server that you can join to talk about the project with other fans. So if you're up for something like that, then this is your moment. If you'd like to know more about this latest update and if you would like to join that Discord, then you better check out the link in the description below. But good luck finding it because I hid it! Okay, no, I actually didn't. It's in the usual spot. I'm going to end this episode with another one of those Source Filmmaker spotlights, because there are just a lot of them coming out lately, and since these two are rather short, I didn't think it would make sense to give these complete full segments on the show, so let's dig in, shall we? First up, we got The Accident by Half Peeps, a cinematic recreation of the scene in Half-Life Alyx where, spoiler alert, Alyx gets broken out of a Combine prison van by Russell's scanner bomb. It plays out exactly as in the actual game, so nothing brand new is really shown here apart from the Combine cops' faces in the front of the van. Still quite an interesting scene though. The second one we're looking at is called Dawn by Saint Sasha. This Source Filmmaker piece shows off some of the life in City 17, from Combine patrols to citizens minding their own business. It really shows well in what state City 17 is really in. According to Saint Sasha, it's their first attempt using the Source 2 variant of Source Filmmaker, and it's a pretty good attempt at that. If you'd like to see both of these Source Filmmaker shorts, then go and check the description below to find them. Can't wait to see what else the community is going to use this tool for. I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I? Ooh, yeah, I think voiceover Mitch might want to eat his words there, but you know what's not going to make me want to eat my words? Talking about our social media pages, of course. They're all down here in the description below, as well as our Discord server, which might be worth joining if you love talking about Half-Life stuff. Hey, I have a YouTube and a Twitter account as well, so you might want to follow those for more content. My YouTube channel specifically has some videos that might be of interest of you, so go check that out as well. It's also down there. And with that all being said and done, I'm going to end episode 101 of All Things Lambda. Don't be sad though, because we'll be back next week, but with one difference. I'm going to be 21 instead of 20 years old. Oh my god. Another year closer to my inevitable demise. Sorry, my humor can be quite dark sometimes. Don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon so you'll never miss another episode of All Things Lambda. Salutations, and take care.